Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. I've got some really intriguing rumors swirling around the NFC North. And as Bears fans, it's impossible not to get excited about what could be shaping up in the coming weeks. There's chatter out there about a potential blockbuster trade involving T.J. Watt, the all-pro edge rusher from the Pittsburgh Steelers. And believe me, this isn't your typical rumor mill speculation. This one has some real substance, and it could seriously shift the balance of power in the division. Imagine Watt, the guy who's been wreaking havoc in Pittsburgh, donning the navy and orange. It's the kind of move that could turn Chicago into a true defensive juggernaut overnight. Let's break down what's being discussed. The Steelers, who are currently sitting at 7-5 and in a sort of partial rebuild, are reportedly open to trading Watt. Why? Well, the team is tight on cap space, and they're prioritizing extending their quarterback, Kenny Pickett, with hopes of locking in their future leader. Watt, a game-changing pass rusher with over 115 career sacks, is a free agent in 2025, and the Steelers are apparently looking to free up some cap room, around $123 million, by moving him now. The rumored deal. The Steelers would send Watt to the Bears in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-round pick in 2027. That's a hefty price, but for a player of Watt's caliber, it's a price worth paying. Watt, as many Bears fans know, is an absolute force. He's an all-pro edge rusher, consistently ranked among the top defenders in the league. This season alone, he's putting up 11-plus sacks, surpassing his brother J.J. Watt in career sacks, with a total of over 115. His PFF grade hovers around 92+, which is elite, and his EPA per rush is at 0.24, meaning he's not just a sack artist, but a game changer on every snap. And let's not forget his ability to generate pressures. He's known for high-pressure plays, forced fumbles, 6 so far this season, and his overall disruptive presence. Just last week, he forced a strip sack against the Bears, showcasing exactly why he's considered one of the best in the league. Now, why would the Steelers consider such a trade? Well, their defense, while solid, is quite the elite unit it once was. They're also facing some capping limitations. And as I mentioned, they're prioritizing extending their quarterback, which makes Watt's contract extension of around $123 million a tough pill to swallow right now. Some reports suggest that Pittsburgh isn't convinced they have the frontline depth to sustain a playoff run with Watt, and they're willing to let him go for the right price to rebuild some cap flexibility and gather future assets. On the flip side, the Chicago Bears are sitting at 9-3, firmly in the playoff picture, and looking to elevate their defense to elite status. Their pass rush has been somewhat underwhelming this season, with only 23 sacks through their 12 games, not quite what you'd expect from a team with playoff aspirations. But that's where Watt could come in, a true difference maker. Bringing him in would not only boost their sack numbers, but would also elevate the entire defensive scheme, making the Bears a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Chicago's defense has been improving, but adding Watt could push them into that top-tier conversation, top 10 defense for sure. Statistically, the Bears are already showing signs of improving their pass rush, with projections indicating a plus 24% increase in sacks, and their EPA per rush climbing by about 0.22. Turnovers are also trending positively, with an increase of 10 forced turnovers. That kind of disruptive ability, combined with Watt's presence, would be a game changer, especially considering their upcoming schedule, including divisional battles against the Vikings, where a plus 20% win probability boost with Watt in the lineup could be the difference maker that propels them into the postseason. What makes this potential move even more exciting is the impact it could have on the Bears' playoff hopes. Watt is the kind of X-factor that can change the entire narrative of a game, a player who can flip the momentum with a big sack, a forced fumble, or a crucial pressure. His presence on the line would be a nightmare for offenses, and it would send a clear message to the NFC North that the Bears mean business, that they're not just content with competing but are ready to dominate. Now, some skeptics might wonder if the Bears are willing to make such a bold move, especially considering their current roster and cap situation. But the Bears have shown they're not afraid to swing big if it means elevating the team. Their front office has been aggressive in recent years, and adding Watt would be a statement move, a signal that they're not just building for now, but aiming for sustained success. Imagine a front seven with Watt leading the charge, alongside a growing core of young talent like Jaquan Brisker and Jalen Johnson. That's a defense that can hold its own against anyone in the league. Of course, the Steelers will have their own reasons for possibly holding on to Watt, or for asking for a higher price. They might see him as essential to their future plans, especially if they think they can re-sign him before he hits free agency. But if the Bears can convince Pittsburgh that they're serious contenders, that their window is open right now, it might be enough to seal the deal. Looking at the bigger picture, this move could be the domino that sparks a real dynasty pursuit for Chicago. They're already in the thick of things, and with Watt, they'd be adding a player who's proven he can perform on the biggest stage, including multiple playoff runs. It's not just about adding a star. It's about transforming the entire defense into a top-tier unit capable of carrying the team deep into January and beyond. There's also the narrative of Watt's potential impact on the locker room. He's known for his relentless work ethic and leadership, and bringing in a player of his caliber would motivate the entire squad. The Bears have been building this team with a mix of young talent and veteran savvy, and Watt's addition would give them that extra edge, that veteran presence who's been through the battles and knows what it takes to win. And let's not forget the fans. Chicago has been waiting for a true defensive superstar to rally around, and Watt's arrival would electrify the Soldier Field crowd. It's one of those moves that could energize the entire franchise, from players to fans, pushing everyone to believe even more in this team's championship potential. The excitement is palpable, and if this trade happens, it could be the turning point in this Bears season, the move that puts them over the edge and into serious Super Bowl contention. Now I want to hear from you, Bears fans. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think it's worth the price? Are you excited about the idea of Watt donning the navy and orange? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates and analysis, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. We're in this journey together, and I can't wait to see what's next for our team. Keep the passion alive, Bears Nation, because the best is yet to come.